It is late night in outskirts of a village and is about to rain. Monty, son of the local village landlord, is tied to a tree. His mouth, hands and legs are tied and he is struggling. Mona, his ex-girlfriend, is counting money taken from his wallet, while standing along with a muscular guy. Monty can't believe how things changed so drastically in just one day. 24 hours earlier, Monty, who is back to village after college studies, is speaking with his then-current girlfriend on phone inside his home. "Come on, Mona, we have been together for 2 years. I was thinking of marriage and now you want to break up?" he asks almost in tears. Mona speaks from other side. "I'm sorry, I have my own reasons. Shall we meet tomorrow evening near your old farmhouse? I will explain everything. I am so sorry. I also need some cash urgently," she says. "Okay," the heartbroken Monty says. Just then the doorbell rings. Monty opens the door and a very tall slim girl with curly black hair is in front of him. She looks very simple and has worn a plain old salwar. He looks above and recognizes her. "Hey, are you not Shama, daughter of our old and trusted maid? Oh God, you have grown so tall," he exclaims in disbelief. "Oh my! How are you, Monty, sir?" Shama laughs, surprised and happy, looking down at her childhood friend. Just then Monty's mother comes in. "Come inside, Shama." His mom welcomes her inside. Damn it! Shama has become so tall and beautiful. And here I was wasting time looking at the city girls, he thinks. Monty, Shama will work as a maid for some time until she gets a job. Her mother had spoken to me yesterday. She says, "Thanks for trusting me as your maid, like how you trusted my mother before," Shama says gratefully. "Come on, it is nothing. By the way, how is your younger sister Reshma?" Monty's mother asks. "She is doing good, madam," Shama says. "She recently turned 18 and has grown taller than me too," she laughs. Monty can't believe the little girls whom he used to play are now both taller than him. Embarrassed, he just stands looking above at her. "Look, Shama, there are 2 rules for you when you are working here," Monty's mom says strictly. "First, don't call me madam or Monty as sir and all. We are distant relatives, remember? You are helping us, not working for us. And second, don't behave like a housemaid. You are like family to us, and you are free to pursue your job interviews, and we will support you fully." Monty's mom says, "You and your sister are always welcome here." "Oh, thank you so much, auntie." Shama says, "I will start coming from tomorrow morning," she says and takes leave. As she walks out, Monty is gazing at her, trying to find out how much taller she has become compared to him. Monty's mother scolds him, "Stop staring at her. You are past 30 now, better get married and stop looking at girls around you." Monty just laughs nervously and leaves. Next day evening, Monty gets some cash in wallet and reaches near his old farmhouse on the outskirts of village. Mona is waiting alone there. "It is time for us to part ways, Monty. It is over," she says coldly. Monty is shattered from inside. "Please don't leave me like that, Mona, please," he pleads. "Come on. What will I do with you as a housewife in this damned village?" Mona asks, stepping behind in disgust. "I was hoping you will shift to city and buy a big house, and we can enjoy your dad's money lavishly, but you don't want to leave your parents," Mona says angrily. Monty is in disbelief. "It means, you acted like loving me, only to get money and live lavishly," Monty exclaims in realization. "Thank God you showed your true colors now only," Monty says angrily. "Of course. Do you think girls will love you just for your character? They will see how much benefit you will give them in the long run. Mona says, there are plenty of good-looking and average guys around. Why do you think girls showed interest only in you in college? Mona laughs, most saw that you come from a rich family. I had spent so much time and money acting like I love you. All that went to waste. Now give me the money so that I can think of my future plans. Mona says, no way. Monty replies, wiping his tears. Mona is losing patience now. Just then someone hits Monty's head hard from behind. He loses his consciousness. Monty wakes up tied to a tree with his hands, legs and mouth tied. Mona has taken his wallet and counting money. Only this much? She says angrily. I was expecting more from you. She says. The muscular guy comes beside her now. Let's take his cards and withdraw money from his accounts, he says. Yeah. That's a good idea. Mona says. I deserve a good amount of money for acting as his girlfriend from past 2 years. It was so hard faking as someone who you are not. I deserve a makeover and a holiday too, Mona says. Hey, you tell me it's spin. The muscular guy yells in a threatening tone. Monty shakes his head saying no, tell me before I crush you. He says, pulling his collars angrily. Stop. Why are you wasting your energy for him? Any average girl can handle guys like these. Mona smirks. Mona comes near the tied-up Monty. She untees him from tree, but his hands, mouth and legs are still tied. Baby, will you not tell the passwords? She asks, smiling at Monty. Monty shakes his head. Suddenly Mona bends down and scoops him up on her shoulders, rises up carrying his full weight in a shoulder lift. Monty can't believe he was just lifted up by the smaller and slimmer Mona and is now carried on her shoulder. Monty is mumbling in shock, carried on her shoulder. Mona is laughing at his helplessness while still lifting up his full weight. She starts turning round and round in between the trees with Monty helplessly dangling from her shoulder. Her muscular boyfriend is impressed. Good. After you started workout out with me, all other guys seems lighter than me, right? He laughs. What? Mona lifts this muscle sack daily for workout? Monty is shocked. Mona walks towards the muscular guy carrying Monty on her shoulder and throws him hard on the ground. Tell me your card pin, he says, and starts kicking him. Mona's legs have become very strong and well-defined. Her each kick is impacting hard. Monty, already in pain, can't take more and loses conscience again. Damn it. These boys are so weak. Now what to do? It will rain soon, Mona says. Let's kidnap him and ask ransom. At least his father can loosen up his pocket. The muscular guy says his father will easily pay for this wimp son of his. He laughs. Suddenly a voice comes from behind. What are you doing to Monty? Both turn in shock. A tall girl comes from the shadow. Shama is standing with a big pile of heavy wood tied together on her single shoulder and a big heavy axe on her other hand. Who the hell are you? Just mind your business. The muscular guy threatens. He is a family friend, don't you dare harm him. Shama thunders and points the heavy axe towards them. How dare you kidnap the boys of our village when we girls are around? Shama asks in anger. If the girls from other cities come and bully our boys by lifting and kidnapping them, do you think we will keep quiet? The muscular guy comes to slap her, but Shama throws the big pile of wood from her shoulder onto the muscular guy. The muscular guy is unable to handle the impact of the heavy pile of wood on his body and falls down under his weight. Mona is in disbelief. How can an ordinary village girl carry such a heavy pile of wood, which even this muscular guy cannot handle? The muscular guy struggles to push the pile of heavy wood from his body. Mona now stands in front of Shama, ready to confront her. Oh my God! This girl is really tall, Mona thinks to herself looking at Shama who is towering over her. So you are the bodyguard of this loser Monty? Mona laughs. Let's us see how you village girls can handle the strength of gym girls from the city. Mona says and throws a strong punch on Shama's stomach. The strong punch from Mona pushes Shama behind, but Shama is strong too and recovers from the blow quickly. Damn it. I gave my full strength into that punch, and this tall girl easily absorbed the full force into her abs. Mona thinks in worry, this tall girl will not be easy to beat. Mona quickly lifts up her leg and gives a kick to Shama's abs again this time. Shama is little off balance when Mona turns around and kicks Shama on her abs again with full strength. Shama just moves back a few feet behind and dusts off the dirt from her clothes. She is looking really angry now. I am doomed. Mona thinks, this tall girl withstood my strongest of kicks and did not even fall down. She will crush me for sure. Just then the muscular guy comes behind Shama and grabs her with all his might. Shama catches his hands and using her strength she pulls his hands slowly away from her. The muscular guy is shocked that Shama is lot stronger than he thought. She twists his hand and the guy bends down in pain. She then gives a strong kick with her knees to his face and he falls down in pain. Mona takes a heavy log of wood and hits Shama from behind. The wood breaks. Shama becomes a little disoriented but recovers easily. Angry at Mona, she grabs her by the hands and starts slapping her continuously on the cheeks and face. The hard slaps by the big and strong hands of Shama is feeling like hits from a hammer to Mona on the head. She starts buckling down in pain and crying when the muscular guy comes into the spot driving a jeep. Mona is totally disoriented and in pain, but somehow she frees herself from the distracted Shama and gets into the jeep. Crush this arrogant girl, run the jeep over her. Mona commands. The muscular guy starts the car and is pushing the accelerator hard when another taller girl suddenly comes from the shadow and throws a pile of heavy wood in front of the jeep tire. The jeep is unable to go ahead. How dare you attack my Didi, elder sister? The taller girl screams. It is Reshma, Shama's younger sister. Mona is now scared. Just one tall strong girl from the village was enough to overpower both of us together. But now there are two of them. We should not let ourselves get caught by these girls. Mona says. The muscular guy reverses the jeep and moves away from the pile of wood which Reshma had thrown. Still in pain and head spinning, Mona wants revenge. Let's run this jeep over both these tall girls. Mona orders. Didi, are you okay? And why is Monty lying unconscious like this? Reshma asks Shama in concern. Monty is safe for now, sister. Reshma says, but these two city brats were hurting Monty and even attacked me when I tried to stop them. Shama says, why you spoilt brats? How dare you attack my village people? Reshma thunders. Be careful, these two are ruthless and cunning, but now that you are here, I am already feeling confident and stronger. Shama says, let's teach them a lesson they will never forget. Reshma says with a smile. The muscular guy moves the jeep aiming towards Reshma and Shama when it starts raining heavily. Are you sure you want me to hit them? The muscular guy says, the ground around us getting slushy and it is almost dark too. He says, I don't care, just run over them. Mona shrieks in anger. Reshma and Shama run towards the jeep and hold the jeep, blocking it with all their might. The muscular guy accelerates the jeep, but the jeep's tires are skidding on the mud and not moving at all. Reshma and Shama have successfully stopped the jeep from moving by exerting their strength against it. Mona is in disbelief. These tall girls are strong enough to stop a jeep from moving? What are they made of? She shrieks in shock. The jeep wheels start burning rubber, and there is smoke all around. The muscular guy realizes that the jeep is unable to accelerate more and switches it off. Shama and Reshma start coughing inside the smoke and they are unable to see anything clearly. The muscular guy and Mona realize that it is the best time to escape. They somehow start the jeep, reverse it and escape towards the highway in full speed. Stop, you cowards! Reshma shouts. Reshma, listen to me. It is raining and there will be wild animals soon. Let us pick up Monty, Shama says. Reshma easily pulls up the unconscious Monty into her arms and scoops him up high into a cradle. Of Monty, Baba looks so cute on my arms with his mouth tied and unconscious. Reshma gushes, still cradling him. Stop acting like a child, Reshma. Let me untie him. Monty is hurt and unconscious, and he has gotten wet in the rains too. Let's hope he recovers soon. Let's take turns carrying him to his house, Shama says. The doorbell of Monty's house rings and his father opens the door only to be shocked to see his fully grown son unconscious and being carried in the arms of a slim girl almost half his age. What? How? Reshma. Why are you carrying my son like a baby? He asks. Some people attacked and were trying to rob him, uncle, but we helped him, Reshma says and puts him on a cot. How can we repay your kindness? He asks in gratitude. No need, uncle. You all looked after my mom like a family member despite being a maid and also helped us a lot for studies. Also, we are related, remember? This is the least we can do, Shama says. Monty's mom calls a doctor. Reshma looks after Monty until he regains consciousness, but leaves before he wakes up. Monty wakes up the next day and is not able to understand how he woke up on his own bed, especially after the encounter with Mona and her thug boyfriend. Was I dreaming? He starts to think. Monty examines his body and realizes that his knees are bruised, but the doctor has dressed up the wound. He hears a knock on his door. He limps towards the door and opens only to look high up above to see who it is. It is Shama. Good morning, Monty, she says, and gives him coffee. Get ready. I will bring breakfast, she says. Monty vaguely remembers being carried the previous day in a cradle by a tall girl. It must be Shama who saved me then. He realizes. But how did she manage that rogue Mona and her muscular boyfriend? He wonders. Monty brushes his teeth and takes bath when Shama comes in with a bucket to wipe the floor. Monty limps out of the bathroom wearing only a towel when Shama realizes that Monty is finding it difficult to walk because of his wounds. Monty, please don't struggle like this while your wounds are still fresh. Let me help you, Shama says. Come on, what more could you help me with? I am possibly alive only because of you, Monty says. Good, now that you owe me your life, you will do exactly what I say. Shama says and puts the bucket down. Okay, what should I do? Monty asks. Shama points her long arms towards Monty. Let me take you to bed. She says. Monty thinks Shama will support him as he will limp towards bed. Shama walks towards Monty, who is wearing nothing but a towel around his waist. She takes his one hand and puts it around her shoulders. She stretches her other hands and wraps it around his both knees and effortlessly scoops him up into a high cradle with a bounce. Lifted up into a cradle on the arms of a much taller but slimmer girl. While still wearing only a towel. Monty hugs her tightly in fear as he looks down the floor and realizes how high he has been lifted up. Monty also senses a poke in his crotch. Shit! What have you done? Monty asks Shama, looking into her eyes while lifted up and cradled by her. What have I done? Shama asks in nervousness. Monty realizes how beautiful Shama is with her big eyes and long curly hair. Darn it, she looks even more beautiful when close. I think I am falling in love. Monty thinks. To be continued.